Hey YouTube. Ooh, that's spicy. Let's turn down the spice a little on there. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, you guys. We got the ka-chunks. Okay, ka-chunks are go.
Can we turn the house speaker up a little bit?
Sure can.
Because this thing is really loud over here.
A little more house speaker.
Yeah.
So hey YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, the Facebook stream is up too. Let's make sure that's looking and sounding all right.
Yo.
Gonna double check that.
I think yours are plugged in.
quick.
Are those plugged in?
These?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
I don't know. I never use them.
Yeah.
A couple times I have, but you
Yeah,
know.
I had those going for you, ideally. Do you hear yourself in them?
Do I hear myself? No. Yo. Check. Yeah, I don't hear.
Give that mic a squeeze too. Make sure you're talking into the flat, the old flat. Yep. You got it.
Yo. Yeah, it's.
Cool. Let's see.
I don't hear anything, but. Sigh.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks for
Yeah.
Thanks for being patient.
Yo.
We are starting the actual show in just a second. We've got YouTube going on too. That's part of the magic of this season, is that you can check out an alternate direction of viewing us. YouTube-fully. Yeah, you can view YouTube-ishly
Double. One ear.
as well.
Headphone.
Yeah, if you check up the cable on yours, you might just need to catch a wiggle if you want headphoneliness.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm checking for, but.
Oh, you know what?
Nothing's
I just have us
changing.
both turned down crazy quiet headphonely.
Whoa.
Yeah, it probably made a big difference.
Uh,
Hey, this isn't what the show is like, where people just say whoa and listen to themselves in headphones. We're going to start like an actual show.
an actual show.
This
yeah.
is the whole thing.
Like. I don't know what an actual show is, so I'm actually gonna be seeing what it is too.
Yeah, you're going to learn with us. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, you know, sometimes first try, but you know, we got to double
Can I be
check.
heard?
You got the notes. Hey, all right, let's go.
Am I being heard?
Oh, yeah, I hear you great.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's good. I don't hear anything in my headphones, but that's alright. I'll keep it on anyway. One
Hey,
ear.
just wear the headphones regardless. I swear it's just catching a wiggle over here if you feel like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Hey, regardless,
It's okay.
we're going to look at each other and love it. Get ready.
Are we live now or not?
Yeah, we're all kinds of live, and this is how it starts. That's right.
Did we do it?
Yeah. We got that bumper tune going on. We got a little bit of a. We've even got, if you need some of this. Oh. So.
Oh, snap.
Congratulations, everyone, for surviving 2 seasons so far, and welcome to Greasy Conversation. If you're coming in to our fold from the new season, because this is a perfect way to differentiate. Like, hey, you come in on something, you don't want to go to episode, you know you're at the fresh beginning of a. Not that there's a plot arc. You really can't do any episode with us, but we're declaring this to be a fresh era as we grow and learn and change and like grow at each other and learn how to change with one another and grow changefully with learning.
I talk about that a lot in weird ways too that make
Exactly.
so much sense when you don't make sense out of making sense.
That's why I don't know how many people realize this yet, but you're the perfect guest to start a fresh, crispy new season.
I realized that too, and I didn't even know that I was the one.
Did you microwave it or oven it? You deep fried it? There was just deep frying available?
Heated up some oil, some garlic.
I kind of feel bad. You know, these guys usually hunt
sure
and help us eat like bugs and stuff, but this one, I mean, I guarantee one of the dogs will eat it.
No, don't do that. We'll just save that one for later. We'll think about that one.
Yeah, I don't even
Alright,
feel
we're
good
shared.
having it on
Relax.
camera the whole time. Well, we should tell people what this is.
Yeah.
That's a black widow spider that's been deep fried now, and it smells like deep frying. Like,
Yeah,
in
it's
actually a good way.
That's
Yeah.
good too, yeah.
It smells kind of yummy, but I don't want it that much in a waft.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I just, jestfully said I would eat the black widow that was discovered in the doorway area, because I don't know if you guys all know, but in the Mojave Desert, it's like black widow territory. They're all over. They're like our like, what's an animal people have a lot? Like our muskrats or whatever. What
They're like our prairie dogs. Yeah.
Yeah! Prairie dogs.
Prairie dog Jinx, you owe me a soda, dog.
Yeah, prairie dog Jinx. That's a new thing this
You
season.
owe me
Get
a
ready.
trip to the prairie.
Right?
Yeah, you owe me a prairie trip. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody on iTunes. If you're listening on iTunes, help us out with a review or some stars, because those are hard to get on iTunes. And also, give at least a peep over to the YouTube stream, because that's a fresh garden.
We're promoting.
We're watering for the first
the new
time.
YouTube water.
Yeah.
Season 3.
For the first season to be entirely YouTube-y, although we tinkered with it in the last season. This season we're taking YouTube that much seriouslier. I plan on moving the angle so it's not so focused on my forehead experience.
Oh yeah.
But that is something we're growing on.
That's a plan which happens in the future.
Totally. And our guest today, mute the old one. Okay, XT Dream.
Yes.
Yeah. Are there any other monikers that you're promoting right now too, or if that's the main funnel,
No,
right?
That's the one.
Awesome.
The one and only.
Dude. The sky situation between your glasses and your hat for the audio people that aren't checking out the YouTube, it's
man.
fucking great.
Oh, no, he's like
Yeah.
full cloud, man.
Dude, I always love your eyewear situations. You find really rad vintage rectangle-y fellas.
Right.
But those, man, they've got the things in the corners of metal accent. Like there's something more than just the
This
the
is like
Venice Beach specials.
the first time I wore these ones. I always have things like I get and then they're just in the vault, and then sometimes something will happen later. Oh yeah.
So
These
is
are
that the
for
first time
these.
they've been out?
Yep.
Yeah!
They've been unleashed.
So I had to celebrate that.
Got the whole cloud thing going on, too. I love it.
Yeah.
It's hella peaceful.
We're going to be in the sky of our minds. Like swimming
I don't know,
towards
that's
the
a normal
horizon.
place for me to be, so I don't know
Mine
where
sky.
else to go.
We're going to
Further,
be
so now.
horizon journey war. And then when you get to the horizon, there's another horizon forever
The prairie horizon is
until
over
you
the
repeat
horizon.
horizons. And even then, things have evolved and changed as you circle the globe. Yeah.
True.
But, okay, so as we get going, I want to mention, I see suspense over yonder with news nuggets that I know are brewing. In
Yeah,
Molos.
I thought we'd be one of those shows that like lays everything out for you right off the bat, like what we're gonna be.
Teaser time.
You know?
Yeah, do
So
it.
like, we're gonna start off with some lighthearted, kind of silly news, and then of course we'll find something serious to latch on to. We'll probably all start arguing with each other, and then we'll just go completely off the rails at the end. And that's,
That's the setup.
spoiler alert.
Small
That's the setup.
alteration. We're going to go completely off the rails 3/4 in, and then do one of those belly landings down through the last half hour where you have an extra revelation, and there'll be a bonus fact that you'll be able to put in your shirt pocket and take to the water cooler.
A
Wow.
little bonus nugget.
Yeah.
Just stick in your shirt pocket. All right.
I'm excited for all that too. Like that just
Man.
sounds
We sound
future planning.
great in my Kicker headphones. I'm sad that yours are not connected properly because I redid all the
Wow.
headphone connections to hook to the streams. But not that it
I
matters.
mean,
I just want to brag because
I
Kicker.
hear everyone else, but I don't hear me.
Oh well, that's just me.
But that's
needing
okay.
to-
'Cause
yeah.
I don't need to hear myself.
Well, I'm
That's
glad you
fine.
mentioned that because you weren't loud enough. I actually you should pull the mic more up on you because we're just used to
Okay.
chomping down on the mic. Sometimes
Right.
I forget.
Yeah, you gotta like
Okay.
stick it in your mouth.
Yeah,
There it
especially
is.
poor Cecil.
Is this
the
good? Okay.
Chocolate Jesus last episode, super good episode. But Cecil, man, I needed to get that mic in his face more. But
Right.
everything that he said quieter than the rest of us was worthwhile. Bless his heart.
True. You just gotta listen close so you hear. Whoa. That was weird. Okay.
Yeah, that was me wiggling.
All right,
I
so-
wiggle.
So first we got All right, this was like I think this is breaking news because I just spotted this.
Breaking news that deserves an extra
Before-
stinger. Breaking
Before
news
I left
moment.
work.
Break.
Apparently, Beyonce's ex-drummer is filing a restraining order, right? Which normally, who cares? But in this case, it's because she said Beyonce. No, she's filing a restraining order for alleging extreme witchcraft.
Whoa.
And claims that Beyonce uses magic spells of sexual molestation and that Beyonce murdered her kitten.
Oh.
The only thing I heard
Beyonce-
is alleging.
Yeah, well, where's the body? Is my question.
What's extreme witchcraft and what like differentiates that from
XT witchcraft.
Well, if there's a murdered kitten, where's the blessed, sweet, murdered kitten heart corpse? I mean, if you can't, no body, no crime. Beyonce's, if she really buried that little meower, is that what people call cats, right? It's a normal term.
Yeah, totally.
Then that meower, like a coyote could have done it. And coyotes, I believe me, there's no witchcraft that can really control a coyote.
Oh, I've tried, man. Yeah, it's,
they're
it just ain't
renegade.
gonna happen.
They're known for that in the witchcraft community.
Yeah.
To be difficult to control.
It's actually a pretty big thorn in the witchcraft
Yeah.
side of the witchcraft.
Among warlocks.
I don't know. I mean, is it just like a crazy person that's... What if... I mean, the
Well, if
alternative...
you're suing for witchcraft, there's a crazy person somewhere in the woodpile there.
Right, but... What if it's true?
Oh shoot, dude!
What
Whoa.
if Beyonce is a witch?
What if she's witchcrafting things out this whole time, and that's how she took control of Destiny's Child and steered it into the furnace of success?
That makes more sense
Yeah.
than
Right?
reality. Yeah, I'm going
In
with that.
reality. I'm trying so hard to comment on this, and I'm just like, I can only listen to the witchcraftery.
Nah, we're peeling out at the beginning of this.
All right.
So-
Yes, let the layers.
Yeah, exactly.
through.
Let the layers come through. We don't interview our guests if you haven't caught on. We just toss you into news.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I wanted.
immediately. Into the cauldron.
No, I
don't know what
wonder,
his
like,
foot-
No
Steps.
pun intended.
Yeah.
but if this chick, like, first she's like coming up with the story, right? She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get her. She's using, extreme witchcraft. Yeah, everyone will believe that.
Wait,
And
who
then,
said
like,
this again?
Extreme witchcraft, nonetheless.
Who is making this claim? I forgot.
Her ex-drummer.
Oh yeah, ex-drummer.
And but then she's like, oh, wait. I gotta throw in a little, she killed my kitten. Just like man, the fuck?
That's the thing is, that's a bold claim. That's a legit crime. You can't just kill people's pets.
Yeah, totally.
And if there was any police report or something, the story would be framed significantly different.
Right.
She'd be the next Ozzy Osbourne biting the heads off bats and stuff. But Beyonce stuff, man, Queen Bee chewing up kittens.
Right.
Oh man.
I wanna know.
She's gonna come out with like a cover of War Pigs.
How amazing. Dude, if we can get Weezer, I mean the community of the internet, if we can get Weezer to cover Asia, we can get Beyonce to cover Black Sabbath. And we should,
Yeah,
you guys.
I agree.
We will.
Yeah, that's that. That's that new wave of a new season. When you smell a new season coming and you're excited about season 3, it's the kind of gumption that drives you to Twitter and drives you to hashtag at her face, Beyonce, we want to see you really follow through on this.
Right.
I mean, you're a performer. This is the theater. This could be like a rubber kitten. Ozzy expected a rubber bat. He had bitten the heads off of many a rubber bat. And then someone throws a live pigeon in the heat of all this mayhem. Yeah, that pigeon's head's getting bit off. And that's what's going to get Queen Bee to that next platinum. Platinum albums rarely happen anymore. Do you guys know that? It's like the
That's
platinum
true.
era, the idea of an artist selling an album, let alone a physical copy, but even like a digital download of a full album to platinum status, rather than piecemealing out the individual songs, is practically non-existent.
Damn.
Wasn't it 2 years ago that there was a year with no platinums? It might have been 3
I
years
think so.
ago.
Yeah, something like that.
It was when we were doing the show in the car.
What was the last
the car
platinum
show.
album? The real question.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's been platinum albums again since that year, like post-recession.
Yeah. But few and far between.
I want to say Pharrell.
Probably.
That's
He's
one
the
of
answer to a lot of questions.
Or
in the
like
last-
Kanye, or
Right.
so it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, Kanye probably.
Oh.
Maybe an Eminem album thrown in there.
I think
just-
that Beyonce story is gonna get her to the next platinum.
Exactly
Somehow.
what I was gonna say. Like,
That
she needs
witchcraft
to
is-
take it to the Ozzy Osbourne level. We need a rebirth of that Sabbath level of stage situation.
True.
It can't just be her and her boo like crooning at each other, giving those fucking like old couple eyes on the stage. I want to see some animals, like rubber animals. I don't want to see actual animal violence.
Totally, yeah.
I want to see some fake animals get their heads bitten off by Beyonce.
Hell yeah.
And she should have a mermaid tail.
Just because.
Imagine she's rolled out on like a gurney wearing a mermaid tail, because that's how mermaids have to
Gurney.
deal on land, if you were not aware. And then she bites the head off of some land animal. Yeah, for the sea.
And right before the show, she makes a deal with some sea demon to get legs so she can like dance, and then she loses her voice, just like in The Little Mermaid.
You had me at Sea Demon.
Yeah, man.
Dude, Sea Demon episode. I'm so happy with season 3 already. We're already winning.
My time frames are getting all flipped around. I'm feeling cozy though, so it's good.
Okay. I'm having too much fun. I need to calm down. We need to move on.
Yeah, take a chill.
I need to let you
It's all right.
do
All
what you're doing.
right. So a ghost hunter is in the news.
Yeah.
Guess what for?
Catching
Not taking a picture of a ghost.
for basically being J.J. Abrams.
No, he like took this crazy picture that looks all like infrared or some shit,
Yeah.
and there's this clear outline of a figure, and it's just a statue in the distance. But the way the photo is, like, you can't really tell any depth of the photo. It's just like some
Yeah.
background and then a figure of someone, like, it's just a fucking statue.
I did the thing where I scrolled to the bottom of the article like first and went up from the bottom, and it's like lens flare time.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
going to take a picture of the same building from a different angle, different camera, different time of year. And yeah, the ghosts will have moved. Like, the sun and the stars move in that time.
Right.
So, and then, like, one of the ghosts is clearly, like, all these chunks of half circles, like a part of a lens that would catch light sidewaysly, like every other lens flare ever.
Yeah.
That sidewaysly light, you guys, is not ghosts. That's a thing.
It just trips me out how, like, there are so many fucking shows about ghost hunters, right? Like,
I can't believe that's still a kind of a show. Like,
what other like thing could you make a show about? What other like mythical thing could you make a show about that would still be on the air? There have been ghost hunter shows for like years. Like, you couldn't have no dragon hunters, no Bigfoot hunters, no like search for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That shit would be done after like 2 episodes, man.
Well, Pornhub is investing in original content. Stay with me. There's a lot of alien abduction story, abduction stories about aliens' abs. That there's always like an alien. I mean, an anal probe. All these words are really similar. I'm really stumbling on this. There's always an anal probe part.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if all these alien abduction stories have an anal probe situation, then you've got a new paranormal genre. Boom, it's right there. It just has to be in porn. But still, that's original content. That's money right there. That's money on the table.
Well, I'm thinking ghost aliens. Like, let's
Boom.
just go
Double it up.
to a whole nother realm.
Those ghost hunter people.
Alien hunters, ghost hunters unite, and then we're just, I don't even know what's going to happen on that, but
Well,
it's
the
going
problem,
far.
that community doesn't tend to be the most physically attractive. I don't know if there's a correlation or a causation, but the people...
Are you talking about for the porn? Yeah.
No, yeah, if they're going to be in porn, it can't be like the true believers The people that go to conventions,
true believers.
it's not like a convention where you like see a lot of attractive cosplayers.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
At like a paranormal convention, you're gonna see a lot of people that sit and read.
Although I think XTG's onto something with the ghost aliens. Maybe that's why they can't find the ghosts.
Oh,
Because they're alien ghosts and they're flying around in ghost spaceships.
cloaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cloaking. Yeah,
Just chilling.
people be
They just
cloaking.
pop down once in a while to be like, I'm dead.
Just wanted to remind you.
Right? Or like, that's what happens when you die. You turn into an alien ghost. We figured it out, guys.
Yep.
That's where we go.
Finally.
Finally. You guys, so where are we ghosting on over to? That's my segue. Where are we guys? I have to announce them. Welcome to the new season, you guys. You have to be reminded that I have to talk about every segue and embrace
Right.
it. I'm segueing right now. Woo! Whoa, that was a sharp edged one.
That was
That
a
one
good
had
one.
knives in
Alright.
it. That
Just,
was. I'm remembering that one for you.
That was a good one.
This is yours. Yeah. I
Well, I
fucking
mean, that-
scratched it a little
That sounds
bit.
like the alien coming in and then it turns into a ghost. It's like,
Yeah. Oh shit! Claws
Bam.
out. Those ghost claws. I'm overcomplicating things.
right.
All right.
Eat that spider.
I'm
this
not. No, the dead spider is not getting eaten.
No,
for sure.
He's
No way.
already a ghost alien, so he's just watching
Ew.
us anyway. Like,
Deep fried ghost aliens.
spiders.
Oh man, I can't believe there's a legit deep fried spider over here.
I know.
I was not
Damn.
expecting the day to get that complicated.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew it.
I didn't expect it to be a deep fried situation. It really just seems like a
Well,
random thing I'd made up that actually happened. It's over there. And I kind of feel bad for it as a life form.
I know.
I feel like, okay, just brief aside, I feel like if you kill something, you should eat it. Like, I feel a moral obligation to eat it since its life has been ended in such a food-like way, since it's been prepared as food. I feel like if a murderer were to prepare me as food and I were not eaten, that would waste my death. I feel like their sentence should be less. If there's cannibalism involved, a murder should be like a lower sentence because you're not wasting good protein.
You go
Once you've killed, someone's never going to see their family again. Their life is cut short. The decisions they'll make, the children they could have, the art they could create is just taken from the world, and they're not even becoming a meal for someone.
Does it matter how it's prepared, though, this meal, the way you eat it, like all the intricacies of that? Like,
The jury should make.
it'll be.
Well, the judge makes the sentencing decision, right? They should
Yes.
base this on how the person was prepared too.
Well, no, then the jury has to like taste
well,
the
can we
food.
just take it to chop then, and they'll judge it, and then it'll
Right?
just be presentation, all those elements to see if, if your
Right.
sentence is going down or not. I don't
Right.
know. I'd try.
Like Gordon Ramsay is like on every jury. And
No!
the jury has the taste test.
This is terrible. Amateur bush league.
Creativity.
Just slamming plates all over the courtroom and shit.
All right, next news.
All right.
Eat your murder victims. for a
Season
better
well.
sentence.
Season well.
So we got this dude who I guess huffed a bunch of spray paint, went on a spray paint bender.
Okay, I have to post the picture for this
Yeah,
one.
and then
Oh, nice.
beat his mom with a spatula.
Oh,
I
so
guess.
we're back to eating someone. So I guess it does.
Yeah.
Came
back
back
to
around.
correlation.
I don't think he killed her. Did he kill her?
No,
with a
no, no.
No, he just beat the shit out of her with a spatula.
Yeah, she was injured, and the spatula, the flat part of the spatula that you flip things with, was broken off by the time that they found the situation. But the best part of all of this story is his mouth covered
yeah.
in what the text describes as silver spray paint, but it's actually metallic blue. It's
Oh,
like
man.
faux metal spray paint that has the metallic sheen to it.
He
All
couldn't
over-
even get the legit silver.
Well,
Damn,
it looks
that's-
like he sprung for better than silver. It's like that blue underneath silver speckle
Right,
metallic.
just
Oh
that-
yeah.
It's like you could rattle can your car and pull it off with the fancy spray paint he
It's
got.
that rare artistic effect.
It's good. He sprung for the good stuff.
Sprung.
He sprung. This guy who was resorting to spray paint for a high at least went.
Spray paint springing.
Yeah, he went for the nice stuff. Okay.
And like, why? Yeah, I mean, he just looks like he likes to huff spray paint. I mean, that's all you can say about the dude.
He's got a look on his face like he's really into it.
Yeah, you know, he's a huffer, sniffer.
Those huffers. Hey, not to like discriminate against our audience that might huff spray paint, but
It's our audience. Yeah.
on that note, we actually recommend National Treatment Advisors. They're a sponsor. Check it out.
Yes.
Fix your problem right now before it
I
gets
like that,
any
just segue
worse.
right into
Get
an
clean.
ad when they
Call
pop up.
now and learn more. 800-961-2480. 800-961-2480.
That can legit help you with your substance abuse situation, even if it's spray paint.
If you're if you're
Yes.
turning out like this dude, I mean,
Oh man, get ready, you guys. I'm posting this
Oh yes.
in the feeds for maximum
I mean, you know.
participation. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hufflation.
Yo, Jeffrey.
I mean, we all had times in high school where we huff paint, but ain't never beat anyone with a spatula.
Shout out to
Right.
Gary Mike.
Gary
Friends-
Mike, what's up?
Friends in the feed.
Yo.
Maybe I can't post this picture.
Feed us the
I'll
feed.
post the link instead, y'all. You'll have to. I'm hoping his picture is
Just
the
bring it
default
on
one
over.
for the link, because oh boy. Yeah, and hey, oh yeah, it popped right up, you guys. Indulge. Oh, loving
Oh,
it.
spring is sprung.
Hey, we got some of the floaty hearts. Thanks so much, you guys. Shoot
Oh,
as
the
many
love.
floaty hearts as you can this
I
season.
need that. I need the love.
You are fueled by it, man. Like,
That's true, actually.
if I was a person like one of those, what are the aeritarians or whatever that just eat air, they just breathe and like live that way.
Oh yeah,
And-
they claim to
The
just
Eritreans.
they
Yeah.
only need to breathe, but of
Well,
course
I know people eat energy from the sun too, and like there's, I don't even know if it's called eating. Like, how is that just absorbing? I don't know.
They have chloroplasts. Some people have chloroplasts.
Yeah,
Right.
they're half. I mean, you can be
Yeah.
half plant.
Don't discriminate against the chloroplasted. So what's the next one? Did we juice that orange there?
We got. I think this one's yours. That Tony Hawk keeps tweeting people who don't recognize him.
Oh man, this one is so great. Okay, you guys, let me just read you like a couple things that people have said to this poor fella. But it's kind
Oh,
of
man.
amazing. It makes me wonder if he's like in a kind of a fun pocket or an awful pocket of like international fame, yet a recognizability that's just like half there. So people keep, basically in a nutshell, to summarize, people keep recognizing him enough to bring up Tony Hawk at him without fully connecting that he might be Tony Hawk. Just like, oh hey, like that skater Tony Hawk. And like one guy at the airport's like, oh yeah, that's my favorite skater. And he's just like, I'll tell him you said that. Gets
Oh,
on the
wow.
plane. There's some mean ones, but
Oh, wow.
there's also the one where someone says, you look like a young Tony Hawk, which at face value is like, great, that's the best one so far. But it also means this person thinks the real Tony Hawk must look super old.
Yeah.
He must be so grandpa style that you look too young to even be that
Right.
old dude.
There's no in between Tony Hawk. It's just one or the other now.
It's like calling
Old or
your
new
reputation
Tony
old. Like you as a person in your body look young. That feels good, but your reputation and the history of what you'll be, that's already old, and you're an old man to
Right.
history. Your immortality is frozen as this person that became
We got
old.
hoverboards
Wow.
now.
Yeah, we don't even skate anymore, bro. We just hover around. We just air swim. If you're not air swimming, what do you some on wheels? What are wheels? Gross.
Yeah.
This shit's gross.
That I like this idea of air swimming, but it should just be like synchronized swimming, but just people on like a basketball court. Just like synchronized arm
But
twirl.
the people they're actually walking. But
Yeah.
like flapping their arms
Yeah.
around and like, woo! It's like interpretive dance, but like way less pressure.
Synchronized.
And it has a name towards it, so you're like, all right, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
This is air
Yeah,
swimming.
It's going to
not
the
just-
Olympics, man.
You don't have that interpretive dance like stigma on it.
Right.
You're just an air swimmer, man. It's like freestyle walking,
Yeah. That's,
Freestyle walking.
which in France is really cool. So they jump off of things and usually don't die. It's amazing.
Oh no, well that's parkour.
Yeah.
I guess free, but you would call that like free running. Freestyle walking though sounds really intriguing.
I think that overlaps with, remember soap shoes? Pretty sure they're still a thing. I mean, not out in the public. I mean, I just think
Yeah, I had those. Those are awesome.
Did you have soaps?
Yeah.
Did you grind on things?
Yes.
That's awesome.
The best things were in the gym, the benches, they were just had the perfect little curve. Grind on those backwards. But
Sick.
yeah,
What about
my grinding
Heelys?
days are over.
Who had Heelys? Did you have Heelys?
I had Heelys too. Well, I had those as an adult. I got those as an adult. And
Yeah.
I sometimes miss them. I'm just like, damn.
Were they fun?
You see a floor, and I got good at them. Like, I could actually cruise around, and, like, they were fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. But
They're
now...
on my bucket list, like to have some Heely adventures.
And I remember they made one where they had, like, the soap grind plate and a wheel on them. I don't know if that was an off-brand or something, but they tried to combine them. I didn't really get into those, but...
Man, it's like the future happened without us.
They already did. That's like some Dreamcast era stuff. It was like right in the middle. It was like, all right, let's try and combine everything and be the best, and then it's gone.
Dreamcast era, dude. That's perfect segue. Of course, segue time. Woo!
Finally, I got one.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to help.
Because I got you a gift.
Well,
It's actually from a loyal listen viewer. That's what we call a grease droplet named Chris.
what do you have to do to be loyal listener?
You just
So I
have
know.
to bring up something that happened at some point demonstrating that you've listened to at least 15
Right.
consecutive seconds.
Oh,
we need
there
we
you
need
go.
pockets of at least 15 consecutive seconds
That's
because
true.
there's stats, there's a game, we're playing a sport. I'm not
Alright.
taking it like all seriously like some kind of high pressure endeavor. But I want to be sportsmanlike and treat it like a sport. Like we're playing the sport together.
Right.
You as audience members are helping us as active participators in a sport. Like you're on
True.
the field with us
Right.
right now. If you comment in here, like Elizabeth, thanks for hollering. You're on the playing field.
Dang, you're in.
Yeah. What up, Jeffrey? Grindly, you guys. A low key zine. Shout out to low key zine. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
Yo, Jeffrey Bennington.
Yeah, welcome to the playing field
What's
of
up,
our
dog?
of our weird sport.
Everyone's like, who is XT Dream? Who is that?
Nah, dude, when you get brought up and people are aware already of you
Whoa,
existing.
there-
Yeah.
Existence.
Ooh, there's critters
It's
in that
futile.
one.
Yeah, that was that spider you guys killed.
Ew, poor guy.
He still lives in the soundbite, so
Well, at least his life will have been significant media-wise.
could have been a girl too. We don't know what
That's
gender.
for sure a female. No, actually, we know.
You
The
do know?
males are brown and they're way smaller.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's actually definitely a female. Sorry,
Womp womp.
I misgendered the victim even. I feel terrible bonus now. Anyway, let's move on to something more optimistic.
Okay.
How about this one? Just seems like a brilliant idea, but apparently some scientists just decided to give some octopuses Molly.
Yeah.
So they watched some octopuses roll and studied them.
This is freaking great. Let's see if we can talk about two things at once because I forgot that we are segueing to... I celebrated a segue that we didn't even go to. So octopuses,
Oh, yes.
they've come up every episode. We have like an octopus.
I was just thinking that I've been hearing a lot
Section.
about octopuses lately.
Yeah, we've talked about how they should
There's something
vote.
going on.
We've talked about how they might be space aliens. We're going to touch on that more in a second. Teaser.
Yep.
And we've talked about how just last week a ton of octopi came out of the sea in Wales and just started climbing up on the land, and several of them even died from this pursuit. People were
Yes.
picking them up and taking them back to the ocean. They were just getting out of the water for some. I noticed, not to point aggressively about it, if you're for the video viewers, I'm pointing aggressively so you can feel it. I noticed your game controller post with the wind blowing on the hands, that was a thing.
Yes.
And there's still controllers like that, but PlayStation 1, there's a promotional ball. Grab it. It's in front of you. It's in a, like wrapping still.
Okay.
Shout out to Chris
Shout out.
on Instagram, who's our buddy that gave me these
Well, I don't know if I want to open this.
original play. No, you got to. We've looked it up. It's not worth anything besides nostalgia. You're supposed to just hold it and
know that.
appreciate the OG PlayStation era and what it would have been like to be at a trade show and have these handed out as swag
Right.
to celebrate Sony finally stepping into the games console market after their
Wow.
fight with Nintendo. Shout out to the Business Wars podcast because you can hear about Sony's battle with Nintendo. So inside there was blinking lights. You've seen those promotional rubber balls with the blinking lights in them?
Yes.
That one, though, would not have a blue light in it. Because when the PlayStation came out, blue LEDs commercially were not available. Like it would have made that ball cost like $10.
Right.
If it had a blue LED in it.
Wow.
Well, they weren't even available. That would have been in the PlayStation 2 era. The PlayStation 2 with that blue light on the eject button was one of the first blue LEDs as an indicator in a commercial product.
Wow.
Yeah, before that we just had red and green LEDs in our shit and we just took it for granted.
We did. We really did.
Yeah, that was also part of the Blu-ray laser actually used a different wavelength of light that was available through the same technology to make the data actually be smaller, physically smaller light waves on the disc, making more data fit on it.
It looks like I don't know, but I actually know.
Yeah,
everything
you were
just
there
said.
for
I know
all
all
that.
of this.
Yeah,
It's
era.
already known to me.
So we're celebrating that with that ball that you have. That won't light up
Yes.
anymore because it's like a decade old or whatever.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. I don't light up ananymore. I'm
Still
just old
Don't
now.
light up
I'm just
anymore.
old now. so-
Yeah, and we don't. Aren't you like significantly younger?
I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
We're not going on that subject.
But you've
we'll save that
always
for
been
later.
older than me, like soul-wise. Like I remember we met on this. Like you felt like an older brother.
Yeah, it's hard to describe an age of a soul right now
Yeah.
on my own.
It is really hard to date souls, I've found.
Yeah, not an exact science these days, but
We're getting
Soon.
there. We're getting there. I mean, the octopuses are gonna help us with.
Found a killer article with this on the
Alright.
Octopus Watch.
so before MDMA, the octopuses avoided the male octopus, but after the MDMA bath, that sounds awesome.
Yes,
Yeah, that's how they
MDMA
did.
bath.
That's how they rolled. They
Right.
literally bathed in it.
Right.
They spent more time with other octopuses, according to the study published in Current Biology. They also touched the other octopus in what seemed to be an exploratory rather than aggressive manner. The octopuses acted like they took ecstasy. At first, when they received a little too much MDMA, they breathed erratically and turned white. But on
Whoa.
lower doses, one animal looked like it was doing water ballet,
Been there.
Air swimming.
swimming
Air
around with
swimming.
outstretched arms. Another spent part of the time doing flips, and another seemed especially interested in minor sounds and smells.
Oh man, the
Minor
first time
sounds
I
and
saw
smells.
Avatar in 3D,
Oh man.
you know where it like turned white and breathed erratically? That was my first experience with Avatar 3D because like I'd only had like weak rolls at that point.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Oh, dude, a buddy in this crew we were watching Avatar with, like it's some gang we rolled up in Avatar.
Right.
It was just some nerdy folk I hang out." Like someone had some rolls, and I was like, I tossed some money that direction, some rolls. I was like, I want two, and they're like, you don't want two, and I was like, shut up, I'm fat, I want two. And I took two, and I was like, I was a erratically breathing pale octopus.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I had to be led out of the theater. I took off my 3D glasses, and they crumpled and disintegrated in my hands. And I like handed the dude like a wad of glasses in like one motion. At him. Like that's what you do with them. I was like, done with
Right.
these, crinkle them up, boom.
Disintegrating and then they're just gone.
Yeah, I didn't even feel any resistance. They just were like
Yeah.
dust.
Right.
I was like superhuman in that moment.
That's great.
I
Damn.
looked really surprised, that like face where you're like air is blowing at your face, but there's no air blowing at your face. You're just like my head's out a car window, but I'm just walking around inside a building.
Right.
So the
Damn.
best thing they found from this study, though, is that octopuses are kick-ass fucking DJs.
Yeah,
They're going to be DJing now.
we're just gonna use them in clubs in place of humans.
Yeah, that would
We
be way
should.
better.
Well,
I
that'd
think.
be a good video. Like we need to get some footage of that MDMA octopus. Do they have video of that, or is it just all research that was given in facts and words?
Okay.
I don't know if there's videos out there. that
Real
They're
they-
probably
talk?
not releasing them. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, this is gonna be on YouTube. It's science. Everything science ends up on YouTube eventually.
Oh,
But like,
I didn't
let's
know that.
take this seriously. Let's see what we can do with this. What are the ethical concerns we have to address as far as consent when drugging an octopus?
That's
How do we measure how much they like it? It's for like,
Or like, how do you know what dose to give them? I don't know. It's a weird question.
How do you determine if its sentience is low enough that you can treat it like livestock and just drug it up like we do cows or mice, or if it's up on that like monkey level where there'd be picketing and stuff? Because they're one of the most intelligent animals.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they found them like using tools.
Puzzle solving.
Yeah, there was at some aquarium, this octopus would like sneak out of its tank.
Oh yeah.
And like crawl across the floor into another tank, eat some fish, and then crawl back to its tank.
I think it worked its way into the piping of the
something like
drain
that.
system.
Yeah.
And like jammed the pump and worked its way through the pump rotors and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's an octopus in here right now somewhere, just made its way through, just watching like.
Spying.
That's happening. It's happening now.
There could be octopi everywhere. Oh, here. There's another problem I have with that article, though. Another problem is if I brought up any problems. So my first initial problem with it, though, credibility-wise, is that they put octopus parenthesis. That's what you do with a plural possessive. So when multiple octopi are possessing something, you'd put octopuses. That's the only way you're allowed to do octopuses if they're possessing things. But there's no octopi in the article. When there's a US like cactus or tortoise, US's are a pi to pluralize them. Okay. Cacti, torti. Torti? I might be making the tortoises one up. I might mess that up.
Because these octopi are possessing a great fucking time.
Okay. So possessive applies all across when subject is rolling.
Yep.
They're all just coming together and exploring, and they just own that experience. So that's how it has to be.
But man, if they can own an experience, if they can they can own property, because it's an intellectual property, owning the experience. Therefore, they should have the right to vote.
Only the ones that do MDMA, though.
The octopi have to be rolling to vote. That's the law. You can't have sober octopi voting. I love that. I'm voting every day.
Hey, y'all voting? Y'all want to vote?
Dude, I got a sick weekend plan. We're going to go out to the lake and vote.
Right. You can't vote on whether you do the drug, but after, then you
get some jet skis, go vote on the river.
Yes.
Oh man, another good movie to see voting is the Alice in Wonderland, the one with Johnny Depp. Best movie I've ever seen while voting.
What do you mean?
Oh man, I felt like Johnny Depp was blowing in my face.
Were you watching the video?
I voted so hard before I saw that Alice in Wonderland in 3D.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, I was voting balls.
Right. Voting. Now I want to register to vote now.
Right?
See, that's how we're going to get people to vote.
Yeah, the government's getting my address.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We got it.
All right. Should we... Yeah,
Wait,
let's just go down.
Jeff mentions, bless your heart, Jeff, that the soul gland is the only true test of age.
Oh, yo, dude.
Whoa, you guys got some inside soul gland.
Yeah, no.
Gland.
I used to live with Jeff, like, long-ass time ago. And, yeah, it's just the old Twilight Zone episode. Or, no, Tales from the Crypt.
Soul gland. The word gland is just amazing right now for some reason. Like,
Right?
gland.
Gland feels kind of like in that pocket where, like, what if that's a search term that opens up, like, a new window on Pornhub? What if you put in gland and you see things like a wonderful
Gland
journey?
porn?
Yeah.
Just,
What if that's great? What if it's just the armpit people? The people that
I mean,
armpits?
probably,
I don't
but
know
you
where
never know
gland
until you
takes
search,
me.
so you guys have your homework assignments.
You squeeze
Yes.
an armpit the
Gland.
right way. It looks like something that's more for that.
That's
you
glands
guys,
for you.
It
That's
can.
glands for you.
Gland convention.
Gland control.
Oh, my God.
Oh
What
man.
am I doing with my life?
What are we all
Season
doing?
3, you
we're
guys.
Just, yeah,
It's
we're
the
starting
gland season.
with
I'm proud.
right.
All
Coming
right,
to a gland
how about,
near you.
Wait.
Wait for it. Wait.
How about we have, why do we have bullshit jobs? Or bullshit jobs. You might have one.
Oh man.
You probably do, because we all do.
Yes.
This is one of those that was like a bleak read that I didn't after I posted the link to it, I didn't really know how to talk about it on the show, but I knew that it was something I at least had to post to you all about.
I dived into it.
Right, I did too. What was your main takeaway?
Well,
from
basically,
it?
the dude's just saying like we are. The
Bleak.
way society works is that we kind of just put someone's value on like what work they do, and so because a lot of stuff has been automated, or certain things aren't necessary anymore, instead of like reducing the overall workload, and instead of like reducing the 40-hour work week to like 20 hours a week because productivity's increased, instead we're just making up jobs for people to do so we can say like, hey, look, people have jobs.
And forcing people into an 8-hour pocket that have a perfectly valid, good job that's 6 hours a day or 4 hours a day.
Right.
And not setting them up with a full-time job that pays full-time for what they're really worth and what they're really doing, while still forcing them to be in that space for that arbitrary amount of time.
Yeah.
When we should have positions available that are 20, 30-hour work weeks. It doesn't mean that across the board everyone's going to be able to survive with that kind of work week, but we have people that have to do 60 and 80-hour work weeks to survive as is. So if we could just move the standard, it's a cultural expectation that there's legit money and social strength being wasted on. People are wasting energy and productivity and taking their lives and their jobs less seriously when they could just be driven with the gumption that they once had for a shorter period of time, live their lives harder, and everything could be more efficient.
Yeah.
That's an
Everyone's
inevitable
happier.
future, and we're just dragging our feet on it because of convention.
Whoa. That just blew my mind. That was so true.
Right? There's so much
Dang.
evidence of this. I mean, there's already part-time jobs that are less than full-time, and there's people that combine part-time jobs to make a living, or even make a weaker living on one part-time job that's sufficient, and it's just how their lifestyle is able to work. There's all these options. Things are complicated now. Things are available to work on an app on demand with delivery things and Uber. There's countless gig economy positions that let you check in at will for what's available. The traditional desk jobs that are forced into these 8-hour pockets need to evolve accordingly.
Ain't no one doing 8 hours of goddamn work. Guarantee you. No one who works at a computer is doing 8 hours
Unless you just
of work.
first started.
You're never
and then
going to
trying prove
squeeze the full
yourself.
8.
Nah.
You can book 9, 10 hours, 2-hour lunch, 10-hour shift, and you're not going to squeeze 8 hours of productivity.
Right. Everyone tries to find their pocket, and then
Yeah.
we're all procrastinators sometimes. So you try to do all your work, and then everyone shifts into their own way that they're working, and then all those hours are wasted, and then your own life's productivity is being wasted because you have certain restrictions while you're at work, so you can't do everything you want to do in the time that you're not doing anything where you're at anyway.
For sure. And
Yeah.
if you've got assignments that aren't due for days or weeks at a time, what's the deal with 12-hour shift, 2 days off then? Then, cram 11 hours another day.
No, but here's also another point. Is like we also shouldn't look at it like we should try to do this or work the same amount of hours, but the thing is that productivity has gone up a ton.
So
over,
that
like, the
hour
last 30,
obligation
40
should
years.
go away.
Bullshit
Appreciation for what you do.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like that's not even appreciated, that you're wasting your time on something that you could not be wasting it on. But yeah, it sounds interesting to actually, like, if you worked 4 hours a day one day and then 10 hours, like if you had your own mind frame to be able to do what you wanted to do with hours instead of set ones, that also helps. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of
I really think it
weird
does.
logics.
Because what if you're a person that has like you want to sit and just stew on something for a while, and not have to like look busy, like
Some of the most important
You know what I'm
positions
saying?
require that.
you gotta like think hard for a while,
right.
and you can't think hard while you're like, oh, I gotta make sure that my boss doesn't think I'm not doing shit.
I
Like
know,
thinking
right?
you can't look like you're doing
Yeah.
stuff while you're thinking hard.
That
Fuck,
killed
man.
me when I've
That's
had
just
like
the whole mind frame of yourself.
infrastructure positions where like you have to figure out how this is going to get written in order. Artistic positions where like, okay, yeah, and
Right.
that is something that's a huge luxury in some of the most like prestigious positions where such work is demanded demanded from people in much lower positions that need that kind of freedom. It's a weird expectation.
Yeah.
Especially when I've got another issue that's a layer with this. Humans have evolved technologically to have a lot more complicated things in their lives. In only the last 100 years, only the last couple generations, there's things that have completely changed what types of people are needed for what roles in society. So there's been thousands of years of systems of villages, and you'd need an entertainer, you'd need people to maintain culture and tradition, to teach people the dances and songs that would teach them how to hunt and how to communicate where hunting sites are, how to tell different berries apart that are poisonous or not. They would use song and dance to keep traditions alive that would let you know important things like that. Yes. It was a way of putting things in multiple places in the mind that would carry information that couldn't just be carried in the genes.
Yep.
That helped us evolve way faster than animals that couldn't keep traditions like this and keep data alive through generations. So there was a severe need for artists and journalists in a way that doesn't happen with centralized media. We have media so centralized, there's so many villages and communities that get the same art and the same content. So you have people that have in their genes to be content creators, which comes with all kinds of pitfalls and built-in internal conflicts with trying to live what it could be like a factory life or these other types of normal life that popped up only in the last 100 years as like a staple of what society needs and is paying money for.
Surpassing judgments, you got to be strong to do that.
Especially when small companies owned central feeds of media. Now, thankfully, there's a light on the end of the horizon tunnel, sunrise, to where there's an open market for content creation, and there can be a meritocracy and people that really have the gumption to do that or die. People that have that in their genes, or they just decided of their own free will that that's the place they wanted their life to go, have a chance to make some kind of monetization of media, especially in the future as these things kind of grow up more.
Right.
Because we're in the infancy. It's like the early days of television, when if you were in the in club and could get on camera, a poor person could become a star. But you had a small group of people to network. And there's people that thought it was a fad. Like, people are always going to prefer things on the radio. They're not going to want to look at things on a screen.
Right.
That's going to get so old fast. Radio's forever, you guys. Looking at things on a TV screen, ew, that's such a fad. That's crazy.
Right.
Just like we saw social media as a fad. Not us, but I mean, that was a thing. The funniest things have been argued as a fad.
Right.
I felt that way momentarily about personal assistants like Amazon Alexa and Siri and stuff. It felt like a fad at first. And I realized, well, there's a lot smarter people than me behind three of the most successful corporations.
It just it's ingrained now. Fads are forever. I don't know.
I think they're more equipped to tell what fads have longevity than my dumbass does.
There has to be a new word than fads now, because
trends.
Trends.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Trends.
Oh, trends.
I just said
I thought you said
goofy.
trends. Trends. Okay.
Trends syndrome.
That's the French pronunciation.
No, we'll mispronounce things here and just completely full confidence embrace it.
Right, just keep
like,
moving
that's
on.
how that word's said now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're trending.
Trending.
All right, we're halfway through. Can you believe we chomped through half of this thing?
Yes.
So
I can't believe it. Actually, my free will is
like,
letting me believe this. This is all
I
of
can
my free
embrace
will.
this data.
Embraced the free will data nation.
All right, I want to work on a new sponsorship integration. Have a little bit of commercial chug. But this commercial chug, we're going to talk about low-cost airlines. Let me throw you a little chunk of it.
It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-515-2397. 800-515-2397.
So that number, you can rewind and hear it again. I'm actually going to play it one more time. This is a number you can call to get better cost airline situation. If you're going to do the airline time over the phone, this is the people.
It's that easy. So call now.
Yeah, except I meant to play the number again. Hold on. I'm still learning Ableton.
800-515-2397.
That's them. Low-cost airlines. National Treatment Advisors.
Nice.
We mentioned them. They're folks. That's a common fucking name brand name for substance abuse resistance education, which is I just copied DARE. That's just the DARE slogan. These folks,
education.
though, you know, embrace it. One more time, for the record, National Treatment Advisors.
800-961-2480.
Don't huff paint. There's way better drugs. And if you're trying to get off them,
800-961-2480.
Just ask the octopuses, they know.
yeah, the octopuses know. So taxes. You need a tax buddy. We've got a tax buddy in the family.
Oh, yeah.
You can do your taxes every day. These are our tax people. When it's tax time, it's these folks.
800-917-8546.
That's the number for tax time. One more time.
Nice.
Well, 2 times is cool.
800-917-8546.
Tax. Rewind it. Get your tax. Credit repair. Another financial thing. Hey, sometimes our credit's crazy. Sometimes we need a buddy to you know, talk to the people that are asking for this money and work out a lower amount of money. It's doable. These people know how to do it. Credit repair.
877-857-1286.
Credit.
877-857-1286.
Fix that credit.
Fix that credit.
Fix it up. Now, not last, but usually first, except for this time. New season, commercials in a different order.
Nice.
Progress and growth each time. Dish Network. Y'all remember Dish Network. If you need some TV Dish style and you want to get that insider deal, holler at us. Here's our Dish Network people number.
800-293-0328.
Yeah, get that dish up there.
800-293-0328.
Is it the same guy saying all the numbers?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our buddy. We've
Nice.
never met him, but you can hear from his voice
Well,
that he's a lovable gentleman.
Well, he sounds good saying those numbers. So.
When he says numbers, I just want to punch him in. But most importantly, when you call these folks, you got to mention RadioVegas.rocks. Because they know us, but they're not going to know that you know us unless you tell them.
Right.
So RadioVegas.rocks is your magic keyword to deals and growth and prosperity. And on that note, if you're in town, if you're in Vegas, that's when we've got our real buddies, Juan's Flaming Fajita and Cantina. Holler over there. Sizzling. Also, if you're still on that just below the border situation flavor lust, then you want to hit up Pinche's Tacos. We lust for them on the daily. And if you mention RadioVegas.rocks, you can get a free blood orange margarita with the purchase of a gringo taco, which is not just for gringos, but they toss everything Latin delightful in this one taco.
I just wanted you to stop at blood. Free blood.
Free blood! Free blood!
When you said that, I was like, oh, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah. Guzzle that blood.
sold.
Free blood.
What I learned from the advertisements, too, is you need to tell people how easy things are.
Right.
And then, so I'm learning that. Now I need to take that in for my own.
Oh,
I don't know, I'll take it
remind
to my
people-
own bit. Like, yes, this is how easy it is. Just click this.
It
Or do you want to
really
tell
is.
someone how hard it is? Maybe that will work, too. Like an advertisement, it's going to be hard to get in. You're going to wait a while.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
No, I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, I like that idea. Though.
Not every sponsor is a company that's valuable because they're easy. Some companies
Right, like,
don't just take the easy people and just toss them into the fold. Sometimes
True,
you really
like-
have to earn, like, okay, I can work this. I can work with this.
okay.
So, for example, Spunk Lube, they're a sponsor. They're a sexual lubricant that resembles semen, but it's non-staining. There's not everyday situations in life for most people that you're going to need it. But when you need it, it's the best thing for what it does.
Right.
You are going to be inspired by seeing semen seemingly all over the place. And it's been proven that when a male sees another male ejaculate, and it's not homosexual to be inspired to also contribute genetic material towards the nearby female from seeing this. So even if you haven't
Yes.
yet ejaculated, if you've seen a lot of something that at least resembles semen around, it's inspiring and it'll help motivate the whole situation. So even if you're not using it as a lubricant, even as a decoration,
Right.
it's super valuable. But my point is, they don't just sponsor anyone. They appreciate people that motivate sexual interaction like we do.
Whoa.
See,
Yes, that's what I meant by easy and hard
right.
advertising.
I was thinking like some like makes you go on like a scavenger hunt,
Yeah.
but the hardest scavenger hunt of all time to get the deal. Like, yo, you gotta go find the rare gold scarab beetle in
Right.
King Tut's tomb.
You have to sign a non. Like there's disclosure agreements to even be able to purchase this
you don't
product.
just have to call a number. You have to go on a website. You actually have to go to a physical location. Like there's a combination,
You have to hire
To
a
know.
notary.
and you have to know who to say sent you. Like it's gonna be.
There's a self-addressed stamp envelope involved. You have to take the notary
It has
over.
to be dated.
Yeah.
Like
Gotta wear a green shirt for some reason.
There's at least
man.
one airline trip. You can't.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna
Whoa.
fly on a few
Yeah.
planes.
We've got a sponsor that you can't get their product without crossing state lines.
and you also have to
Yeah.
do some type of substance abuse and then get clean off it. Like there's just
You have to get
and recover.
at least level 2 government clearance. There's a background check before you can purchase this.
Oh man.
you have
like
to
a
vote
gun.
too while you're watching a movie. Obviously, like
It sounds like I'm leading to. We have a gun sponsor. This is our gun sponsor, but you have to take a background check.
oh man.
Speaking of new sponsors, though, we have a new weed sponsor. I don't
Oh.
believe we've had a weed sponsor at all, and it's not just like a type of weed or people that make weed. They're a delivery service. They're called Emerald Essence. If you hit up Emerald Essence, you can go to lvee.vegas rather than just Googling them. It's just a couple letters to type in. LVEE Vegas, Emerald Essence .vegas. It's
Wow.
a .vegas URL.
Nice.
And kudos for snagging up one of those 4-letter URLs. 4-letter. Oh man, letter is a hard
Letter.
word. 4 little deal.
Yep.
4-letter URLs are very valuable. If you have any 4-letter combination of a .com, auction that shit. So someone
Legit.
swooped in, and when .vegas became available, which was only a couple years ago, they got LVEE. That's a valuable domain for Emerald Essence.
That is.
I had one of their free sample nugs because sponsors give us free samples. First time I had a free sample nugget, you know it was covered in that sour Skittles powder.
Nugget. Yep.
Yeah. So we hit up Emerald
Nugged
Essence. Now, hey, if you're fast forwarding through commercials, it's time to pause the fast forward because after I mentioned Cold Cock Whiskey, because they're hella around, Cold Cock Whiskey, that's international, embrace it. And of course, Kicker Headphones. Kicker Headphones has given us
Yep.
these
Mine's working now.
these silky smoothies. Oh,
Feels
good.
great.
Yeah, these cables they gave
They
us are
kicked in.
gorgeous and thin and beautiful and really tough. But you've got an extension cable and like some rusty linkages working their way over there. That they're not rusty. Everything needs a wiggle sometimes. I didn't have it plugged in all the way. It's totally this guy.
Yeah. Nah, we're linked up now.
For audio people, I'm pointing at myself. I have to overachieve on the plugging things into other things. It's a theme.
Well, this is the plugging section, so
Yeah, we're
just
plugging stuff. So thanks for stopping your fast forwarding of the commercials, but we've got to tell you about Davidson Big Idea. Davidson Big Idea is one of those folks, the classic folks that you hit up to take an idea to market, get it patented, get an app patented. That's a new thing. Apps for stuff. They're helping me patent my new app. Malo's heard about this back in the day, but I'm dusting it off because it's still valuable and no one's stolen my delicious idea and made an app of it. So here's the app. Get ready. It's an app that lets you find on a map and target and locate people that have at some point said Pirates of the Caribbean instead of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, dude.
I
I
know it's
actually
less-
remember you saying this.
Oh, I talked with you about
years
that.
ago. I swear, you said that years ago. I forgot. You weren't. It wasn't an app though at the time. You were like talking about a device or something that would. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing it up.
I saw beyond the era of the app.
Right.
To a hand like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
I foresaw a vision of a future device that would help us track and catalog people that have said and are likely to say again, Pirates of the Caribbean. There's also a different colored tag on the map for whether they seem to say it sarcastically or as a joke, or whether they honestly thought, like, Caribbean, so that movie, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, right? We're going to see Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, full, no irony.
So it's
That's
just
how they say
for
it.
the movie only, though, if the movie's mentioned, or just the word.
Well, there's an in-app purchase for a plugin if you want to see people that are talking about the Caribbean, the place, and calling it the Caribbean. Like, oh, I'm taking a cruise to the Caribbean. Those snobs. If you wanna track them down so you can hang out with them,
right,
and just giggle, just walk past them giggling.
Yes.
And you'll know if you're one of these people if you have like people holding a phone, like they're playing Pokemon Go and just following you around, giggling every time you. Just waiting for you to mispronounce things.
Right. I'm so happy you're sticking with that, though. 'Cause that just shows the strength of the mind and the memory and how valuable that's going to be.
It shows what a good idea it is.
I'm telling you, the octopuses are going to be involved in that somehow.
Well, they've got to vote for legislation that will allow it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the ultimate version of the app, and I bet you guys remember the original version, was going to use AI to predict where someone would in the future say it. So you could be there in advance, ideally within minutes of them saying Pirates of...
Yes, we need that technology for that instead of something else.
Yeah.
That would be
No. See, that
things.
mindset's dangerous. The mindset that you only want to invent technology for things that there's an existing need, because there'll be a need that we'll find, like a cancer that won't have gotten a cure if we didn't find these people that use the wrong version of the Caribbean culturally.
Those things do lead to something much greater than we know.
Every time.
And I think you're already masterminding it. You're just
I mean, we're sleeping on astronaut foam. You know, people were like, oh, we're just going to space, going to play with the moon or whatever. How's that going to help us in our lives? Well, now we're sleeping better than ever on space foam.
Yeah.
There's so much technology that seemed like it was just whimsical Caribbean hunting.
Right.
That we wouldn't have found if we didn't chase science at all costs, you guys. This is where we've got to aim our neural network, our machine learning, on predicting when people are going to say Pirates of the Caribbean. Unironically.
It's going to be everyone at some point.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Originally, this was something I was going to ask a genie for. And I was going to figure out how to monetize on it.
Well, I was just thinking, because you said you were going to predict the future people. So all the past ones, when it's been set already, doesn't matter. It only matters now when it's released.
No, the past ones are valuable data. Because humans are part of the machine. People are going to discuss where it's happening. And if you keep a good enough record of the past, you can predict the future. I mean, it's the foundation of meteorology. The advanced machine learning that's predicting the weather is going to predict when people say Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
And then we're going to be able to control the weather. It's going to be the next harp.
But does it have to be in English only, or do other languages count? Like
every country can help. No. People have to say it in English.
Yes.
But honestly, in a disproportionate percentage of the people using the wrong form culturally, I'm not saying what's right or wrong. You can argue with me in the comments.
Right.
But there's a cultural assumption that if you're talking about the movie, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. But if you're talking about the place and you're not some kind of snob, it's the Caribbean. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to Hamptons over to the Caribbean. I'm so Hamptonsy.
Yes.
Yeah, not that I hate people like that, but I mean, I'm representing them in a negative light as part of my point.
Well, we're going to test some MDMA on some people that mispronounce Caribbean and Caribbean and involve that into it too.
If they do MDMA while using the app, we could get insight from them. They could be putting in their MDMA predictions. Because there's people that say it on the regular, and we can follow them around and track them against their will.
Right.
And sooner or later, we're all going to have new mattresses that we'll sleep on way better. You'll feel like you're on MDMA temporarily when you lie in the bed. You'll connect better with your spouse. You'll be touching each other more, like the octopuses were touching each other more. Yeah. And you just it'll waft off the mattress in like a habit forming way.
Yes.
But not that you will say that. Of course it's habit forming. We want them to buy mattresses every month. Yeah, because it'll run out. There'll be planned
yeah.
obsolescence of the
Well,
MDMA.
there should be a way to refill.
Yeah, you gotta just reload it. Get the little cartridge.
reload. Yeah.
So I'm gonna call Davidson Big Idea, our sponsor. Mention RadioVegas.rocks when they help you with your invention, like our invention of MDMA mattresses. We're gonna take them to market. MDMA, we're gonna be the first out the door the
Dang.
moment it's legalized. And once you get a waiver from your doctor, you'll have to see a doctor. Then you can get an MDMA mattress. Sleep rolling, roll in your sleep.
Davidson charges fees for services.
800-208-9876. 800-208-9876.
Roll in your sleep. Yeah.
I love it.
It'll be like that Limp Bizkit song. We'll use that as a theme song. We'll bring it back, but we'll have Boys to Men cover it. So Boys to Men covers. We'll keep on rolling, rolling, rolling.
Oh,
rolling,
dude, that would
rolling,
actually be
rolling
pretty
harmonies.
fucking sick.
4-part harmonies. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Boys to Men. Yeah, we're gonna sell so many drug mattresses.
Yes.
That's,
And the octopus will be a logo on it.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You guys, this is a good season.
This is a good season.
This is the best season so far. Tell all your friends.
Oh,
It's time to
man.
hop on board if you've had reservations so far about admitting your love of our broadcast. It's time for you to admit it. It's time for you to come out. Come out greasy. Come out as a droplet. Tell your friends you're wet and proud. Droplets. Be a droplet. Greasy
Yeah,
conversation.
Imagine us being aroused and you're seeing the ejaculation, and then it's just natural for you to ejaculate.
But it's a fluffy, soft animal wiener, so it's not imposing.
Yes.
Because we don't want to have, because it's like there's a cultural like force, like war, like you flip people off, it's like a wiener at them.
Whoa,
The wieners
yeah,
are
it's-
aggressive unless
Right,
it's
yeah,
like
this
a
is
fuzzy
non-threatening.
animal.
It's non-threatening.
Non-threatening, kind of half-limp, fuzzy animal wiener, you guys.
Right. It's just an
Just to
exploring
snuggle
thing.
you.
You're like, whoa.
You just hold it like a body pillow.
Right. And then
Oh my god. I love all of that. It's great. Tremendous.
Yeah.
tremendous.
Ladies.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
we
know
can't
how
forget the
follow up
ladies.
with
either.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Hey, shout out to Elizabeth. Gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
I'm
sunny
not paying
Saturday.
attention to any of my internet things. I don't know what's happening.
Hey,
but
cheers from
shout out.
Melbourne, Australia. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Whoa.
Tell Australia hi.
Do they have a lot of octopuses out there?
Also, shout out to Jay helping me out. Rockin' Comedy Show. Excellent show. That's the original show on this station, RadioVegas.rocks. But he mentioned that you get a free gringo taco when you buy the blood orange margarita.
Oh.
They don't
So-
give you the margarita for the taco. You have to make the margarita purchase and you get the taco.
So this whole time.
I've been saying
This
them in the
whole
reverse
entire
order.
time.
Oh wait, so you're saying you get the free
You buy the
margarita with the
margarita.
taco, or wait? What?
No, you buy the margarita,
Yes.
you get the free gringo taco.
Right.
The thing is, you're going to want both of them anyway. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Stay at home if you're not going to get both of those things.
Right.
If you want just a margarita or just a Gringos Locos taco, just like wait up till you want both because you're gonna.
Yes.
You're
true.
gonna want to do this twice. You can bring friends and they can do the same thing.
Right.
And all of you guys can like clink your tacos together and have a toast. Taco
Clink.
toast. Yeah. Taco clink, you guys.
Taco clink. Clink, gland. Just some of the words that are.
Clink gland. Nice.
I
I
love
forgot about that one.
Dude, massive kudos to how on the callbacks you are.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm not. I don't know.
I love to talk about the inner gears, like callbacks and segues and sponsors and like view numbers and advertising demographics. It's just
Yes.
look at the gears. We're like a transparent polycarbonate box, like when you buy one of those. Like remember those phones we had when it was the 80s and you got your first phone and you're like, why is it a see-through phone? Wow, that's so hip. Yay, the insides of purple parts and stuff.
I used to love clear things, like
Right?
the clear Game Boy when it came out, like all
Yeah.
the clear things.
Perfect
were just fun for
example.
me,
The
dude. I
clear-
loved it so much.
Yeah, that's what we're bringing
Clear is
to
my
you.
favorite color, by the way.
Clear is such a good favorite color.
I love people that try and tell you what things aren't. Like you can't have your own interpretation of things. Clear's not a color. Black's not a like. What is anything? Everything's not this. That's not a valid point.
Yeah.
To have a
Stop being
favorite
restrictive. Let's
Right.
roll with it.
All
What's
right.
the color clear?
thing. Roll.
Yeah, like it's the color of openness and transparency. It should be the color of the financial sector.
And the government.
Yeah.
And
There's so many.
The pharmaceutical industry.
It just got,
there you
man.
go.
I don't know. There's a lot of transparency. It's just expensive.
Yeah, it gets expensive because we already spent all the money covering it up. So, unclearing the cover clear and the awkwardness that I'm creating is fine.
Hey, no, I'm just thinking about when we're gonna get our MDMA sponsor.
Oh man, it's coming soon. If they're listening.
Yeah, it's coming.
Even if it's an experimental MDMA, that's just...
Dude.
I just wanted, is there like a group of scientists and they're just like, they just have a list of all the animals and they're just like, all right, octopuses, check. And like next, whatever it is, bears.
Fruit flies. I guarantee we've given fruit flies MDMA. I know
Every
we've
drug,
given
probably.
rats for sure.
I just feel like anything in the ocean is just like it's such a different category.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, that brings me back to the alien theory. The real breakthrough about giving the octopi MDMA is that it means that they use serotonin for the same role in their brain chemistry. And if their brain chemistry is so similar to ours that this chemical fills the same role, it means one of two things as far as their space alienhood. Either it's parallel evolution, and that's just the right chemical that naturally works well for that, and dopamine works well for translating these other messages inside, and maybe they're still space aliens, but it seems statistically more likely that there's a parallel evolution on the same planet to use that same chemical for that. So tragically, they might not be aliens.
Yeah, they're probably not aliens.
Which I really wanted to believe. I was going to hella push that conspiracy theory on here harder. But it doesn't mean we're going to stop having octopus news.
Never.
Yeah, I think that's a new trend on the show.
Also, new trend for this season. I honestly think you've been one of the least awkward guests.
What?
Yeah, congratulations. I dare say new best guest yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a tendency to like let every new guest be the new best guest.
That's not entirely
that's
true.
Fine. Well, it's a new season, so it counts.
Maybe you do. I don't. I have fucking standards, Was.
Standards.
All right.
Yeah. We like to give Aaron shit because at the start of the last season, we could tell there was like, he felt like a pressure to kind of carry it. He didn't know how much we were used to already carrying it.
Yeah.
And so like that pressure would build up in him to like an outburst of a non sequitur.
Which were, they're pretty great though.
Yeah, no, they were great. They were choice non sequiturs. But
of course.
It was very funny to watch this unfold, like this unnecessary pressure in him and like what it made happen.
Shout out, right.
Yeah, shout out, dude. We love it. We joked about it on the previous episode, the season finale. Highly recommend listening to.
I was watching it.
Yay! Dude, you were our favorite viewer of it,
in
too.
Preparation.
You get to be favorite viewer, too.
Favorite viewer, favorite watcher.
We choose a new favorite viewer every hour. So comment on the stream every hour to get to see if you're the...
Be a part of the game.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Join us.
Let's do it.
Yeah, also,
you will be a favorite.
Just to help get the ball rolling, maybe you prefer the Facebook stream, but there's some serious cool things about the YouTube stream, and I'd love if you guys just at least took a peep in, just to help get some momentum on the numbers. I mean, the numbers aren't something to judge our value with as people, but they are the score in a sort of sport, like a score of a baseball game, but interesting. And if you can help us as a team get a better score by rooting, participating, you don't have to pay for tickets to get in some seat that you have to drive to in some arena. Just pop in and let it play for your pets. 15-second intervals at least.
Yeah, what I've always thought is, we're not playing a game, but there are still points.
Yeah, it's a sport,
we know that.
right?
Like, there's still points involved.
We're a team. You want to root for the local team, you know.
Yes, the local cha-ching team. We're getting our glands going. So
getting our glands going.
It's happening late, but it still matters. Like sometimes gland just takes a minute for them. And
oh man,
glandular.
I came in glanding up. My glands have been secreting for a minute.
Man. Right. We need a sponsor that we could segue that gland thing to. So
okay, seriously though, serious moment. Hot tip. I got a hot tip for you guys.
Just the
check this
tip.
out. Medical advice by Waz. Got that unauthorized medical advice. So I believe that if you rub your lymph nodes, which is the garbage chutes of the body, located back here in
do
that
it.
soft, there's this place that
Whoa.
you just want to rub, right?
That's crazy.
You put your fingers there and it just feels like it's rewarding you for rubbing right there. If you feel where the back of your jaw is, where your jaw hinges up, right
Yeah.
behind that, you've got lymph nodes, there's garbage chutes there, and there's no pump for that system. Your lymphatic system has to rely on gravity and joints moving to kind of squeeze the garbage through.
Right.
So if you massage right there, I believe you're less likely to get lymphoma. Because there's nothing building up in your main lymph nodes.
You're more likely to experience a sensation that you might not even knew was that easy.
right.
to feel.
Wow. It's like a ASMR for your throat pipes.
Whoa.
But it's throat pipes that you take for granted. It's not the usual throat pipes that you think
I haven't
about.
taken these for granted.
You think about your usual throat pipes when you're catching your breath after a run or choking down some cereal or choking a lover with consent.
Of course.
But you don't think about them lymph nodes.
Right.
It's true.
That's my medical advice.
Them
today.
lymph nodes. What about them lymph nodes, though?
What about those lymph nodes, you guys? The more you know. Lymph
All right,
nodes.
should we do a news chug for the last?
We've only got half an hour left.
Last
It's
bit?
news chugging
Right.
time.
Ghost
All right.
aliens.
I want to hear about this Da Vinci painting that was lost, then found. No, wait, found,
Okay.
then lost, then found again.
Well, it had to be lost first, right?
See, I'm all getting all giggly. If you can see
Yes.
me on the
It just had to be lost somewhere.
Yeah.
either of the streams, I'm getting the jiggles because I'm excited to frame this in a familiar way where I've framed some things in some past episodes. I believe we both have, in a way where we reveal how not news this is. So at the
Nice.
surface, with this headline, this seems super interesting.
Yeah,
This was it a Da Vinci painting?
Yeah.
Was lost to time and history, and it was found by some dusty hobo in the desert carrying this one possession, or this poor family just had this ancient heirloom painting hang down. They're all living on dog food, just chuck wagging their dinner every night,
Gravy
Yes.
train.
and they realized this dusty old grandpa's painting was a Van Gogh all the time, and it's this magical rags to riches story, and they're on Ellen now, and they've got a reality show coming out next fall. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not like that at all. This was a rich family that
Oh.
already paid 10 grand for this painting,
Whoa.
knowing it was old and by some other significant painter that they thought it was by. So it's really a story of a really great investment.
Yes.
Yeah, it had to be like a Sotheby's auction
A
that they got
mistaken
it.
investment that
Yeah, like
was
mistaken-
already good and then it just got better.
I mean,
Mistaken identity, right? Yeah.
if you're throwing down 10 grand for a painting, if you're just in the family that does that, like, oh, we've got the summer home has really
Yes.
got some bare walls. We better go to Sotheby's, hit old Bees, old Sooth, and we're gonna go to the auction and pick up 10 grand. What a steal!
What a steal.
Keep that. That'll go up. Turns out
Yeah.
it's a Van Gogh. We're not playing with shit that's gonna turn out to be a Van Gogh.
No, it's a
or
Da
I'm
Vinci.
sorry, Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna bump into something at Savers, or there's not gonna be something passed on by any of my grandparents that Da Vinci's been anywhere near.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just like, oh no, we dropped 10 grand, thought it was like a secret Van Gogh that no one knew about, but turns out it's a Da Vinci.
yeah. Oops. Oh well. It's only worth 10 times. Like it's
Yeah,
like
it's
half
probably
a
way
mil.
more than a Van Gogh painting. It says here $450 million.
Oh, half
Dollars.
a billion.
Yeah.
What?
So
Yo.
What is making that so rare? Like what is
for something you spent 10 grand on, that's a crazy increase. It is a big deal, but it's shitty news because
yeah.
there's not that fun rags to riches vibe. There's not an everyman that wins on this at all.
But it's funny that you kind of bring it like, why is art worth that much? And there's like just a whole industry geared to like
Oh, yeah.
pumping art up, like the art auctions.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have like bidders by phone? No, you don't. Like, oh yeah, 25 million, yeah.
Oh man.
Like 25 too. Like, yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. You gonna buy that? Yeah. 30 million. 31. Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Oh,
You want
man.
that?
to put that in perspective, a millionaire is such a not big deal anymore. Like someone just like, oh, 31 million, that's only a third of a tenth of a billion. So you take 1 billion, cut that in 10, and it's like a third of one of those guys. Now you take that 1 billion and you times it times almost 60, like 58, 59, probably 60 now, and you've got like a Bill Gates, who is not even the richest man in the world.
Right. I feel like
So it's like orders exponentially are crazy.
Yeah. It's insane.
So like that painting, Bill Gates could totally snag like 100 of those with just his like liquid assets.
That's it. You just gotta like convince people that like this is
art. That's how art works, I guess. It's more convincing and
Well,
the time that it's been in the
media recommendation on that point.
Oh man.
Banksy made a movie that's on Netflix called
exit to the gift shop.
Exit Through the Gift Shop. Exit Through the
nice.
Gift Shop is actually a documentary that Banksy made on this other guy's documentary. So there was this guy that was following around taggers, and then he became an art mogul by seeing how their culture exploded, and then hiring a bunch of people to basically make like a puppy mill of art. It was like an art factory, and they would churn out all these unique pieces that were just templates of the same concepts. And he didn't make the majority of them. He just came up with the original, and they would churn them out and massively work the market to give them huge money appeal.
Yes.
Now, he was a spark in the pan or a blast in the fire or whatever. But
Yeah, there's like a lot of I don't know about a lot, but a few successful like modern artists who do that. They just have kind of like a production line of like really talented artists, and they're just like, yo, I want this.
Which can be really cool. It's,
Yeah.
it's behind some of the coolest YouTubers. Have, as their production levels increased, they've ended up having a team behind the scenes. So I'm not against it. I mean, art that you appreciate on a larger scale, like deal, like movie videos on the big screens, on those moving pictures. That's a thing that was related to what we're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
That's just a fad, man.
Comes all down to trust and who actually built what's real, and then what gets built up by others. Like there's two different ways to take it.
Word.
Yeah.
Which is all simulation anyway.
Yeah, we all know that. It's been known.
It's all a three-dimensional hologram on a multi-dimensional, what are those things? Dimensions? Multi-dimensional?
Yeah, it's just as easy as you throwing away your glasses. It's just everything just fades right away. Our whole universe. You didn't even know we crumbled the whole universe.
Delete file.
Right.
Data gone.
That's another layer to like the whole simulation theory. Like our universe is just a simulation. What if it's just like a really shitty simulation? It's just some like art project that some dude is just working on, and like, you know, it's like, oh, this sucks now, I'm just gonna turn it off.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's an active interaction with it. It's more like
it's
Life the game.
Set.
Yeah, rules play out, things interact, matter as we know it. We don't really manipulate things smaller than a molecule, even though we've found matter smaller than the particles, the three basic particles in a normal molecule, the proton, neutron, electron. The quarks inside that seem to just spark in and out of existence. Electrons seem to come in and out of existence and inhabit like this shell of probability where they just seem to be in all places at once.
Yeah.
And if our perception of time is another dimension that we're stuck traveling one way in, then these things are interacting with that dimension or existing across a plane of that dimension just like effortlessly. So we could just be like an image on a piece of paper that we interpret as just being there. Or I like the analogy of like one of those flexible OLED screens where we can bend it, but it's still a screen projecting data that we see as just ones and zeros stored somewhere. And that data can delete and save itself. It can manipulate itself. It can exist in its own little AI world. But we just think of it trivially as having that one dimension of ones and zeros. But we're this three-dimensional thing that can just manipulate it, where mathematically there has to be other dimensions. It's in the math that makes our current dimensions make sense and positions things in space. So if we're sitting as just a projection on those three dimensions, then we're not even perceiving what's outside of that flexible OLED display or outside of that like ROM cartridge that we're living on.
Yeah.
No. It just led me so far. Like,
I know I was like going nuts on that in the car earlier, and I was kind of almost afraid to go there again. But I felt like I kept it.
Everyone
tight
goes
and neat.
there even without knowing.
Yeah, I'm trying
Whether
to
it's
make
simple or complex, it's all unique.
Totally.
Like, we need to know. But
yeah, and we're tying some neat, tidy bows. We're getting some brevity on this.
Right.
Trying to make some nice packages for you all to sound smart to your friends with. That's one of the purposes.
yeah, I do that a lot. But now, you guys are teaching me the real facts.
No, man, we only learn when we're around you.
Oh,
Even
okay.
when we teach you, the echo back is such a
It's
learning
just-
that it cancels out the concept of us as teachers.
The emanating silence from me is just creating a waft of.
What if that was the whole show? It's just, no, I learned from you, man. no, I learned from you. All right.
All right.
All right. What about, I guess just bricks of cocaine or keep washing up on a beach in Florida? Is that it?
Fiji.
Fiji.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if you happen to
Things
be,
are just washing. I'm just gonna chill on the shores. So
Right.
Fiji is
something's gonna
having,
wash up that you need.
yeah, the best tourist season. I guarantee the most expensive travel packages right now have got to be to Fiji
Oh my God.
because there's no better place. You just go out on the beach with your
Yeah.
margarita like any other coastal
Blood orange margarita and your
Yeah.
free gringo taco.
Pinche's Tacos. Shout out Pinche's Tacos.
Mm-hmm.
So say you're at the Pinche's Tacos in Fiji, having a blood orange margarita, thinking that you're getting your everyday coastal vacation getaway,
Yes.
and a brick of cocaine just washes up on the shore for you to share and enjoy.
Share and enjoy.
And-
That's Fiji right now.
And
That's
your
that
vacation,
Fiji life.
your vacation just got a kilo times better.
Yeah.
1 metric equivalent joy package.
Joy package.
Yeah, the
I
cops are complaining that people keep tampering with them before they turn them in.
I mean, I want to know, like, I haven't done cocaine in a long time. I don't really enjoy it anymore, so I don't plan on doing it. But people who usually do. I think the people who do enjoy it. So, like, who's the first person that like turned it in? That's what I want to know. Like, what
Who's
keeping
the first
it on
like,
the low?
oh,
They're like, no, I'm just getting free kilos of coke. Like, I ain't gonna tell no one. And then some dude, some square, is just gonna like
Yeah.
roll up and be like, what's this? We better alert the authorities.
imagine just the car you could trade that for.
Right?
Yeah,
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
like just half its value someone would swap for a car. Like Craigslist, boom, right? Or just call up within 3 Craigslist calls of, I have something other than money that I might be willing to trade you this for. Are you
Right.
interested? Let me send you a photo. Not only that, legitimate health danger. It was uncut, and most
Oh.
people, I haven't ever experienced cocaine that was truly uncut. It's usually cut before it even enters the country.
Oh yeah.
So it was like legit dangerous. It's the kind of thing like,
Yeah.
like a kid could take a bump and like die probably.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Yo, you could trade that for like some painting that you think might be a Da Vinci someday.
Wow.
Like
Trade up.
It just turns into a
Straight
Da
up.
Vinci. Like you just buy a painting and you're like, this is gonna be a Da Vinci one day.
Isn't that a reality show where people just keep trading stuff with each other until everyone's on
mean-
cocaine and there's a
If it's not, it should be.
I mean, just a show about trading things and finding things and having new things that you're trading. Just
Right.
sounds fun.
yeah.
People just keep trading the same kilo of cocaine like back and forth for different things.
Does trading ideas count? I don't know.
Gentlemen, we've hit a wall with this season. We've hit a.
It's
feel
my
like we're-
fault. It's XT Dream's fault.
No, not the season of the show. The season of our reality show.
Oh, that we just made.
Buying and selling and trading things.
Yeah.
I feel like our last 3 episodes have just been trading cocaine. Like you don't even notice. You air them, you edit them, and everything, and it's the same thing.
Right.
Well,
Well, we're gonna hide it in the paintings.
I've been
so-
doing a little bit of it. Does that make a difference?
Does that make the editing?
Like no,
repetitive?
everyone's been doing a little bit of it. You dummy. And they just
Doing
replace
fist
it with,
fight.
and just replace it with baking soda, like everyone else. Think you're special?
Baby powder. Well, no, is it baby aspirin? Baby laxative? Medicine for babies, I heard, is what they cut it with the most.
They probably cut it with a lot of things.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
word.
those
I love the word
abstract
they.
theys if it's
Right,
not
yeah.
me cutting it.
Theys.
No, just kidding.
That like the cocaine Illuminati.
They. I mean, someone's under the ocean. Just they are there doing they things.
Oh, man.
Right.
So, yeah, I've kind of like been less into it too. It sucks. It has this like cocaine, mind you, has this weird conflict. Whereas like consciously, most of me thinks I don't want it anymore. But like if it's around and I'm not paying for it, I hella don't not want it. On that note, you guys, National Treatment Advisors.
800-961-2480.
For your drugs.
800-961-2480.
So if we triggered you, if you want to do something other than cocaine, call
800-961-2480.
Yeah, that phone number. They're not going to give you cocaine, but they will give you insight into appreciating other
Not doing
things
it anymore.
nearly as much.
Yeah.
It just leads to not doing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're responsible with it, then
just don't
you might not
spend
need to
money
call that
on it
number.
anymore. That's the real trap.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
one
either go to a shore
get
and get
the
it for
free
free,
sample.
or it's around one of
Right.
those.
Yeah. Just like
Yeah.
hang out on the beach.
Only do it if it's around.
That's our moral
Yeah.
lesson, you guys.
Right.
I guess.
Don't buy. Don't buy it.
And then like, then you just create a situation where like everyone goes to a party and they're like, oh, no one wants to spend
I know
money
now.
on cocaine.
We saw the Greasy Conversation
You
show.
guys- you
Now we
guys-
can't do it. because
Just make everyone mooches.
You guys know I'm not buying cocaine anymore. I'm trying not to do
man.
cocaine, but if you guys would have had, I would have done it. But all of a
Right,
sudden, no
like-
one's buying it. Oh yeah. Thanks, Greasy
internal
Conversation.
conflicts.
That's literally where my subconscious is screamingly like leading my mind. Like you said it specifically, like what
Yeah.
the animal inside me is trying to say to everybody.
nice. Is there any stories about other things coming up on shores that we don't know about?
What other stories of things washing up on shores are half as rad?
I think that's
Some
the new
really
trend.
crazy. No, there's some crazy things that have washed on shore, but I don't remember any of those crazy stories right now.
That's okay.
But hey, we're like on that tail end where it's time to really hand it over to you for some plugs. Plugs
man.
or crazy stories or anything that was on your
I was
mind.
thinking of that too, because I was like, do I have anything to plug right now?
You
Not
might
really.
have had
I mean,
something. Sometimes people bring something that they want to mention on the show, and I neglectfully fucking make them hold it in their heart till this terrible end pocket.
I live in this free form mind, so I just go with the flow on this. But I guess I'll plug. I have been trying to promote my Instagram a lot lately, because I've
which
been
is a great Instagram.
just putting up me in the moment, doing my freestyles and living life and
good moments.
in the
too.
moment concepts. So at XT Dream, you can find me on there.
Yeah.
Follow me. I love to interact with people. Obviously, I tried to show that today.
No, dude.
Now, but I probably will soon. I don't know, man.
Dude,
Life's
we have
changing
shows
always.
coming up. We all do. You do. We do. They're not scheduled or like locations picked out, but we have
Yeah.
fucking shows to get excited about.
Right, we do.
We all do. We're gonna do them together and at you, and you'll be glad after they happened.
It's
Instead
true.
of just being glad while it's happening, like
Yeah,
cocaine.
we're gonna massage
you're
those
gonna be
glands.
glad after too.
We're gonna massage those glands for you, like.
I intend there to be bass frequencies that are calibrated to the resonant frequency of most people's lymph
Whoa.
nodes, so that those
Dang.
lymph nodes
That's
get
some next
that.
level.
Can't we just
Yeah.
make like a thing that like goes around your neck and massages your lymph nodes
Oh,
for
shit.
you, like
Davidson, big idea.
Perfectly.
We've got one.
like because no one does think about that. But if you have a machine, like everyone else, and going back to the easiness of it, you don't even have
Yeah.
to do it yourself. Like the easy is just like blop. You just
Clip
chill.
on that thing that looks
while
like
you're laying on your MDMA bed.
it's like
you have
Bluetooth
that.
headphones.
Yeah.
That's
Bluetooth
you get a
headphones that
free
run
one of those with your bed.
Yeah, rolling
Straight
bed.
up. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Oh man, tossing and turning and roll stuff back once I like roll off of it.
Right.
What
Yeah.
if no? They need to make
Temporary.
a drug that like makes you feel like an octopus. Like
Whoa.
you like become an octopus for like I don't know 2 hours.
Yeah.
That seems like a good amount of time at first.
That's all I had. I was,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it still plug time? Because I don't know what else is going
Dude,
on. What time
now-
is it? I don't even know.
it's
kind of whatever time.
I don't think we're allowed to say the time on here, are we?
No. We never announce the time.
Imagine the time.
It's that part where, as a listener, you
And
wonder.
I have a watch, but I'm not gonna look at it.
Is this like the conclusion, the effective conclusion, where I could stop here and not receive any more insider value to my life? But it's not that point, because there's a false ending situation with us where the most valuable nugget might be just in moments before you see that stream hit that final number. When you see it counting down on iTunes, where you should totally rate and star us in iTunes.
Right.
You see like those few handful of seconds left. You'll hear the final word of wisdom. Like in last broadcast when we talked about Kanye. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah. You got to go back and look.
Man, you got some Kanye insight that you can learn and grow from.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, pressure's on him to learn and grow with society. I don't know.
Wasn't this supposed to happen naturally though? Now there's just a spotlight on it.
Now it's all forced. Yeah, you wanted
it's
to
like
be...
that last nugget to get you the 5 stars. XT Dream, take it away.
Yeah.
It's like,
them last nugget. Dude, give us the fun. No, I wasn't putting that on you, man. All the
Just
pressure's
breathing.
entirely on me
I put
in
it
my
on
mind.
myself now. Now I have to hold myself to a standard. That's the thing I've been, man. Challenging ourselves and holding ourselves to standards. That is super important.
That's great, because you groan about it. I mean, we all do. And we think, oh, great, now there's this challenge and this standard to live up to. But imposing that makes continual growth, and continual growth keeps moving the horizon so you never end up there forlorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still in the prairie, so I'm...
Dude, prairies are underrated.
That's where it's at right now.
But yeah, this sounds like it's that tail end. Like this isn't that meaningful, but this is the most meaningful part. Was there any news left that needed like an extra?
I mean, there was, but I don't care anymore.
There was. So are we eating this spider? Are you eating the spider or not?
Definitely for sure not eating the spider.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that.
For the record,
I wouldn't do that.
I discouraged the spider's death.
True.
I not only said that I wasn't going to eat it, I said this as, like, honestly, I don't even think that was a very funny thing for me to say.
I walked in on that, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now
Like-
you see the consequences of every little thing you say, Waz.
See,
You got to
every
think
little
about
thing
it.
No.
goes.
I feel like a valuable life that serves us is deep fried now, when it was doing like a legit job, not biting anybody, catching other bugs that are shitty. And now it's turned into a food item no one wants.
But
it's ridiculous.
It went out in a really classy way.
I mean, it's getting its life talked about. That
I hope
it
it
wouldn't
makes
otherwise.
some people happy that
It's
it
raising
happened.
awareness.
It's raising awareness that.
I don't encourage this.
I mean, is
I
there
legit
nutrition
feel
in
bad
that
about
or
it.
what? Like,
Probably not. Not much.
No. There's hella nutrition.
it's too little.
And I know it's not an insect, but bugs generally are bred for food. More McDonald's or more countries have McDonald's that serve insects. No, it's not the majority. They're doing it. There's McDonald's where you can buy not the insect bread, it's the meat part.
Oh, I know.
You can get like meat patties that are insect at McDonald's
Grasshopper
in some countries.
burgers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're food grasshoppers. Anyway,
All right.
I feel really bad about the spider situation. I don't encourage it, but I hope that you get entertainment from its life. That's why I'm showing it to you. So it at least can be valuable in that
insight,
way.
and
So we're not entirely wasting what happened to it.
yeah, because that's what we're all about. Not wasting things that are already wasted. Now we're trying to justify the wastefulness that is already wasted.
Yeah, if you have someone in your life that died and you want us to celebrate them,
By deep frying them.
yeah, it's going to be irreverent. We're going to say things about them that are funny to us but not polite or appropriate. That's how we deal with death. So if you want yourself or a loved one's death to be dealt with an inappropriate lack of respect but good intention and jest and humor, because life should be a celebration, right?
Yes.
Funerals should be
Indeed.
a party where we are excited about the life that someone had. So that's, why I don't recommend mentioning dead people to us. 'Cause we're not going to be respectful enough in that context.
But then, as a favor to everyone that's going to show up at your funeral someday, that's going to happen. You want to let them have a reason to celebrate.
For
so
sure.
go out there and get deep fried, y'all.
Yep.
Get deep fried. Okay, one more minute. This is that final time when we leave with that
man.
super valuable chunk.
Oh, super pressure.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
no,
I don't
it's
know
gonna
what-
be worth
I
it.
just-
Get ready.
Oh man.
Pressurized mountains.
Because I've got a pocket that if I just grab something from it, oh, no problem, perfect. Okay, so I'm working on
No
this
problem.
ad campaign for Mountain Dew called "Drink Me Mountain Dew." Like
Oh,
where
right.
all this time we've been drinking Mountain Dew, it's
Mhm.
time that we respect Mountain Dew as an entity and the soul that it's created in our culture and the life that that has, and we ask Mountain Dew to drink us. It's time that we give ourselves to Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, drink me. It's the it's a generation. It went from old miners in the Appalachians into the mouths of our young tech savvy cyber warriors that drink the Mountain Dew, but do they let the Mountain Dew drink them?
And then if they have the word extreme tattooed on themselves, does like the Mountain Dew get even more?
Yeah, don't just
Extreme?
drink me, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, I want you to take an extreme chug of me. I want you to hold me in your hand while you snowboard down the slopes and tip my bottom above my top and just chug me, Mountain Dew. Chug me.
And someone else grabbed me while you're midair,
Yeah.
and then there's just a lot of Mountain Dew drinking going on.
Mountain
love it.
Dew spraying
Can't
everywhere.
the Mountain Dew drink you from the inside? Not a real Mountain Dew drinking you from
Oh.
the outside?
Well, when I swim in the Mountain Dew, it's like the Mountain Dew is drinking me. And we're
Synchronized
drinking
swimming.
each other, and we're becoming one. And the molecules in the Mountain Dew are the same molecules within me that were forged in the furnace of a distant star to come together to be one with me. Drink me, Mountain Dew. Drink me. Hashtag drink me, Mountain Dew.
Hashtag.
So that's an advertising campaign I'm working on for them. I think it's fucking the spirit
I
of
think
the
that's
century.
it.
Yeah.
It's a
Mountain Dew,
concept. and
drink me, gonna drink each other. Get together, drink each other in a circle. Drink Mountain Dew, let the Mountain Dew drink you.
Let the Mountain Dew drink you. That's just a perfect slogan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
All right,
Is
I'm
that-
stopping this stream.
Okay.
Bye.
Much love, y'all. What happened?
What
7
happened
o'clock?
is
Is it
Live
over?
streams are still
the
going?
Facebook are still up. I'll kill 'em.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you guys get a secret nugget that's
We're-
totally.
We're slowly dying, but we're seeing the
Valueless.
reality of XT Dreams season opener. I just gave so much information, inherently,
I hope
if that's
you
a real
felt like
way.
you did. I felt like you contributed in a way that can't even be measured.
Well, no, yeah. Definitely love to do it again.
You'll be
'cause
back.
now-
Well, you have to be on for the
now
season finale.
I feel like it. Oh,
'Cause
so
you
we're
have to
gonna do
bookend
that
it.
again. We're gonna.
Dude, bookend that shit.
All right, yeah.
Because by the
I'll
season
chocolate
finale,
Jesus
you're
the
gonna
one
come
that
back
they
with
did.
such gusto, all cocky, and be like, "Man, I know how to do this now," which you did all along. You did great, but man, that gusto level though.
Right. Yeah, that's how it happens. That's what I did with music, but I'm still learning.
Bye, YouTube. Tell everybody.
YouTube, yeah, don't forget
to be
YouTube.
YouTube too.
So YouTube needs to play us now. instead
Drink
of-
me Mountain Dew. Be YouTube too.
Can YouTube watch us?
Right.
YouTube.
We're watching
watch us.
YouTube.